Alright guys, what's up? I just pulled the truck into the garage so I could pull this radiator right here. So this radiator is it's meant for E-fans. You know, it's a bigger radiator. I already did the swap, but the problem I'm having with it is it's no matter what I do, I've replaced that I've tried replacing the fitting right there, and it will not stop leaking trans fluid. And there's also a coolant leak on the bottom of it. So I got a warranty at this thing with AutoZone, so I got a free replacement for it. It's just, you know, a pain in the butt because I got to pull it out. But yeah, I'm getting ready to do the E-fan swap now. Here's my E-fans right here. I've just had these sitting in the side of the garage since I bought the motor. They seem like they're fine, like they're going to work fine, so hopefully they do. Yeah, so I'm gonna start pulling this thing out, let that coolant drain out in my bucket here. That's right, boys, we upgraded to a bucket now. I'm using a bucket for my coolant just because we're sitting inside the garage. So yep, I'm gonna let this thing drain out, pull this hose real quick, this lower radiator hose, let it drain out, and then we'll keep going from there. All right, she's draining down there now. Try not to miss as much as I could, you know, don't want to waste any coolant. So I'm gonna let that keep draining, and I'm gonna remove these radiator bolts. I believe they're 13 millimeter. Let's see, 13, and a gun. Go. I'm gonna hold off on removing this one until I get this off right here. I'll let this drain out real quick and then move that bolt. All right guys, got all the hoses loose. Only thing I left on this trans so far, got all that coolant down there. I'm not gonna pop the trans lines off yet until I get all the fluid out of this. Throw it in these things right here, these little containers, so I can save that coolant. Alrighty, got that radiator out of there, got all my stuff draining, got a little bit of a mess, and made a little bit more of a mess here. So I got all my coolant in these jugs here, then I got my radiator out here, about to take it to the store and warranty it. I've also got to warranty this battery, because when I got my tune, when we were doing pulls, this battery terminal right here, this positive one, the threads are stripped out on the inside of the battery, so it's not holding the cable very well, so it's causing my truck to cut out. So I'm gonna pull that and then go to the store. So here we go. All right, fellas, just got back from the parts store, got my new radiator, and about the battery, they sold me a new bolt for the battery, because they put a bolt up in it, and they said it was fine, so it wasn't stripped. They were saying that it wasn't stripped out, so they sold me a longer bolt with a pretty big washer on it, so I could thread it into there and use it. So this is what they sold me right here. It's a longer bolt, but it's got a pretty big washer to make up for how long it is. So hopefully this thing's gonna work out. We test fitted it, we threaded it into there, and it seemed to work, seemed to be doing fine. So I think I'm gonna have to put just a little bit bigger of a washer on there, because I've got just a little play. I don't think this is quite wide enough to make up for that, so I'm gonna throw a bigger washer on it. And then on this radiator right here, I'm gonna tighten these up right here, because I had to install these. And then I'm gonna tighten those up, and then we'll start throwing it in. All right, guys, got it on. It's that easy. Put the bolts back in, you know, lined it up at the bottom, tighten all the hoses down. I've got all my hoses on now, my lines and such. So now I'm gonna pour some coolant in this thing and check the trans fluid once she gets running. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that the transmission doesn't leak anymore out of this line, because that line right there was the problem before on the last one. I was leaking coolant out of the bottom of this thing as well, so hopefully that fixed the problem by just replacing it. And it wasn't this little valve either. So yep, I'm gonna pour this coolant into this thing and hopefully she don't leak. Going over to my buddy Spencer's house to work on the truck's exhaust. I forgot the GoPro at the house, but we came back to get it along with the jack. So I'm gonna head out now. This is how we're doing it. Doing it out in the yard. That's what Jack Stand Builds is all about. So while he's working on the exhaust, I'm gonna be changing these shocks out because there's no bolt holding them up top, and I got some new ones, and on the other one there's no spot for a bolt because it's broken off. So these went to the junkyard, picked up these, so we'll just throw these on. This is the exhaust off the extended cab. We're gonna cut it up so we can make it fit this truck kind of. I just need something that goes behind the cab because the headers under my feet's way too loud. Well, we gotta weld something to keep the fuel lines out of the way of the header of the new exhaust here. So we're gonna weld a washer. God, my hair started catching on fire. Damn. You good? All right. So my buddy Spencer welded up the exhaust. There it is. No, he laid some dimes. Looks good, and he did the same thing over there on that other side. That was a bigger gap to fill over there, so he had to use a bit more. Took a bit more time than we thought it was gonna take. So I would have recorded all that, but it started pouring rain whenever he was welding. So we were trying to hurry. I wasn't trying to get the camera wet, even though it was waterproof. I just wasn't trying to do it. So since we got an exhaust on this thing, I'm gonna show you how it sounds here in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw a trans cooler on this thing because when we were tuning it, it was getting kind of hot. So I've got this trans cooler here. I robbed it off my extended cab back there, and it'll just go right in here to this connector. So I'm gonna cut this line right here and cut it right here, put the barb into here, and remove this. So I'll put this barb right here into, I'll cut this line in half, put it in here, and then remove this completely and just connect this part right here. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, set y'all up, and take this grill off and show y'all how I'm gonna mount it up. All right, got that grill off now. This down here is just a mess. I was testing something, make sure I did this right the first time around. So I'm gonna remove this brace now, whatever this brace is right here. Probably has something to do with crash protection, or you know, stability and support if you crash or something. We don't need that. I don't need that. I don't give a damn. So that. So this is the bolt hole I'm going to use right here for the trans cooler. It's a good spot for a trans cooler. So all right, grab my handy dandy cutter here, and I'm literally just going to cut this line right here. Just cut it like this. Let me use both hands real quick. Gosh darn it. All right, there we go. Got that part off. So now I'm gonna get me a hose clamp, like so, small one, and this barb right here is what I'm putting there now. So I'm gonna connect this barb to that. Just do that real quick. All right, that's what I mean right there. Just like that. And then I'm gonna tighten this hose clamp down real quick. All right, so I've got this line ran through from where I just cut it right there. And I'll show y'all. Now I'm gonna run this line through here, or wherever I can find an opening. There we go. This spot right here works. Sorry. Try not to drop the camera. There we go. Got this line ran through here, and it's literally just gonna plug in right there. And now I'm gonna bolt this thing up right there on that bolt right there through this hole. Impact it in. Then I'm gonna put that right there on that. All right, there we go. Got that little bolt in right there off this brace, and there we go. Got the lines ran. I ran this one under. This is the one that connects up here. It's easier to run it from under because it's hard to get this to slide in there. And then got those ran right there. So now I'm gonna give her a start and see if she leaks. Sorry about my allergies, guys. Promise I don't got the Rona. All right. Go. It's that easy. Now our transmission is being cooled through an external cooler, and once you do that, you know, this cooler is going to fill up a little bit with fluid. So I would check your transmission fluid level after that, because it might be a little bit lower because it's using a little bit more trans fluid. So now I'm just throwing my intake back on, and tonight I may be going to put E-fans. I may be going to put E-fans on this truck tonight. Like, I gotta go somewhere to do it. And I might head over to my buddy's house, maybe. But we'll see. If not tonight, you know, within the next couple days. Well, for y'all, it's in the next couple seconds, but for me, the next couple days. So, I also may be getting that tune fixed up today. Because I can't normally drive this thing. Like, I can't just drive it on the highway or anything due to the fact that I have no O2 sensors working right now. There you go, got our intake back on. Now I'm gonna start it, let y'all hear the exhaust real quick. Now y'all might like it. I know I heard it just now, but let y'all hear it from behind. Ooh, imagine it was cam like that. Soon. This ain't leaking. That's good. No leaks here and no leaks on any of those barbs. So now I'm just cooling, you know, my trans is cooling. Alright guys, so I'll catch y'all in just a second here when I'm doing the E-fans or getting the tune, whichever comes first. Well, I lied to you guys. Looks like I'm not going to get a tune or get my E-fans put on yet because my fuel pump died in this truck again. The V6 one went out soon after I put this V8 in. I think I burned it up with running low fuel on it, but I put a Walbro 450. I think it was a what am I trying to say? I think it was like a replica, like it wasn't a real Walbro. It was an eBay fake, but I pulled it out of my extended cab, so I can't remember how I bought it, but that pump burned up. I'm not even sure how. Like, my truck was just idling in the driveway. Like, I was about to go get a tune, and then we were gonna go do E-fans, and it just stopped working. I thought it was maybe the fuel filter. It changed out the fuel filter, and still now there's no priming sound or anything. So I've got this hot wire kit right here. This should save the day, hopefully. And I've got another Walbro 450, a real Walbro 450 on the way from the actual website. But, you know, I can't just end this video off with boring. Like, this is boring. Like, I didn't get to go do anything fun. So, I'm going to give you all a little sneak peek of what's about to happen to this truck. So, as you can see, we've got that, right? Got the Walbro, not the pump in yet. The pump's about to come in. But I've got the hot wire kit for the pump. So, we upgrade the wiring and all that stuff. But now, ooh, we got us a cam. That's what's up. This is what stimulus checks will do for you. It's not how you're supposed to spend them, but not what we're supposed to do. But I don't give a dang. I'm still working, so it's just extra money. So bought a cam. It's a Summit Racing Stage 2 turbo cam, and it came with trick flow springs. I believe there's 600 lift springs. Came with valve seals in there, and it came with, you know, a new bolt, gaskets, and some sealer. And that's not all that I've bought. Also got this thing, but what'll be the next couple videos is fuel pump upgrade and then cam swap, hopefully, and then tune, E-fans, all kinds of stuff. I've got so much planned for this truck. I'm so excited. But here's what we've really got planned for this truck. Woo! Look at that. We're going turbo. This is a VS Racing Billet 7875. It's a nice turbo. I found it on Marketplace. I was already shopping for one. It was a good deal, so I just hopped on it. I can't wait to mount this thing in the truck. Let's go see what it's going to look like under the hood. Woo! That is beautiful. It's kind of heavy to hold with my left hand, but you get the point. I can't wait to turbo this thing. It's going to be so fun. But at the same time, I can't wait to cam it. Can't wait to show you how to do the fuel stuff. Man, it's going to be awesome. I had some of y'all asking me about my extended cab. And for those of you that are new here, you've probably never seen my extended cab. But it had this motor right here in it. This is a 6.0. It's dirty as heck right now, but it'll be cleaned up real soon. It's a 6.0 bored 30 over Wiseco dome pistons. They're forged, and scat H-beam rods and a stock crank. You know, double roller, timing chain. This is like a complete rebuild, new bearings, new everything. But this is gonna get freshened up, and once the 4.8 in this thing pops, you already know where it's going. It's going right there. It's gonna be so awesome. Let me show you all my extended cab real quick. Oh, looking so neglected over here. Poor thing. This is the OG Jack Stand Builds extended cab. Yeah, I've just been using it for. I've just been grabbing stuff off of it, you know. Took some wiring out of here. I'm gonna have to take this this gauge pod, this pillar pod, whatever it's called, out of here. That'd be cool. Have trans temp and then have AFR. But yeah, that's the OG truck. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it quite yet. I love this truck so much, but I can't. I mean, I'll never sell it or anything like that. It's just it was my grandfather's truck. I just don't know what to do with it right now because the main focus is on this thing. So I thought I'd give you all an update about what's going on around here. And I wish I could have went and got a tune and done the E-fans and stuff, but that's for another video. At least I was able to show y'all, you know, doing a little progress on the single cab, you know, trans cooler and radiator fan. I also need a fade because of coronavirus. I can't go get a haircut, so I look like Shaggy right now. Like zoinks!
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all the new supporters. It's awesome. If this is your first time watching me, hey, subscribe. I try to be funny where I can, but I try to be serious at the same time when I'm trying to teach y'all some stuff. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to follow the Instagram at JackStandBuilds. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.